What's up, world? Welcome to The Movement, where we discuss all things dance, life, and this profound, powerful dance through life. Whether you're a dancer, a little klutzy, or just a lot of curious, this show is all levels friendly, baby. So lace up and let's go. I was broke, poor, impoverished, lacking, call it what you want. I was anything but well off. I was anything but okay. I was broken. Growing up in poverty as a black male, black boy, now a black man. It was not okay for me to talk about my feelings or my emotions or problems going on in my life. And plus, I was a kid. What did I know? Stay in the kid's place. The thing I got so often whenever I tried to talk about my feelings or emotions, or even whenever I cried as a kid, was man up. Men don't cry. Be strong. Be a man. And so I stopped talking. I stopped crying, at least in front of people. I on the outside, I became a man, right? From an outside perspective. But as a boy, I had to become a man. Anything but basketball or football, contact sports, your typical all-American sports, were girly. Anything but those were girly or wimpy or gay. So those are the things that I pursued to appease my family and my peers and my friends. And I just held in everything. I never talked about my emotions, especially in black culture. You don't need a therapist. Don't tell people your problems. It makes you look weak. They already think you're weak. So I held them in, and I held them in strong. Well, I knew how to put on a mask. I knew how to fake it. I knew how to fake being okay. Everything's good. I can laugh, smile, I can tell jokes, and good jokes. Better than the jokes I got now. My dad jokes are terrible. And there were a few times where some people noticed that I wasn't doing okay, that I was sad. Keep in mind, this is while I'm still a young boy. Ages 4 to about 7, 10-ish. And they were like, you can't keep holding stuff in, because you're just going to explode on somebody someday. And it's going to be somebody you love. Now, I heard them, but I didn't listen, because I had been doing this since I was 3 and 4 years old. And it was what I was told to do, right? Because if you cry, it makes you weak. If you don't play man sports, it makes you weak. If you don't walk with your chest out, it makes you weak. If you don't resort to violence first or aggressiveness first, it makes you weak. So I didn't listen. It's about 2006, 7, or 8 during the summertime. I'm about 12, 13, 14 around this time. I hold my family very dear to my heart, especially my siblings, my brothers and my sisters. And after all these years of holding things in, I thought I was going to be straight. And I just blacked out one day on the person who means the absolute most to me, which is one of my brothers. And it was over something so small. So small. And I blacked out. And whenever I came to, I had him in a headlock and he was gasping for air. Now, keep in mind, my little brother has asthma and he has epilepsy. Whenever I came to, he was gasping for air with tears in his eyes, and it breaks my heart to relive this moment, but I need to be very transparent right now. And that scared the hell out of me. That scared me so much that I was scared of myself. I was like, if I'm capable of this and not even realizing what I'm doing, then that means that no one else in my life would be safe if I stayed on this path. If I can do something like that to the person who means the absolute most to me in this world, then nobody else around me in my life is safe around me with me holding things in. Now, from a young age, I did find little things here and there that made me feel good, that made me feel like everything was okay. But deep down, most of those things were just to push those insecurities and those emotions and the sadness, the deep sadness that I felt, just push them deeper. It was just to push them deeper. The sports was just to push them deeper. The games and the play fights just to push them deeper. The mask just to push them deeper, to cover them up, to throw a tarp over the garbage that I'm hiding under. So one of those things that I really enjoyed doing was actually dance. Now, at the time, I didn't really understand why dance felt so good to me, why it meant so much to me, and why it made me feel better than anything else that I was doing at the time, whether it's sports or video games. Something felt different about dance, about movement. Now, again, I was poor. I grew up poor, so I didn't have money for dance classes, and plus, where I lived, dance classes was trash. I ain't even gonna front. You know, like the hip hop classes that are labeled hip hop, but it's not even hip hop, and it's taught by someone who just has paperwork that says they got a degree for dance, but they don't even know how to teach the dance that they went to school for. Neither here nor there. But I danced. The first dance movie that I saw, I think I was 8 or 9, maybe 10. It was You Got Served. I watched this, and it was some young black boys from the hood. You know, your stereotypical black man selling drugs, aggressive, up to no good. But I saw something deeper inside of those characters. And whenever they danced, it was like the real version of themselves came out. The positive, uplifting, encouraging, empowering versions of themselves came out. And they were able to make a massive change in their communities and change their lives and the lives of the people around them by just submitting to their passion for dance and their love for just expressing, being vulnerable, and being emotional. The biggest conflicts they had in that movie were the ones where they were trying to be a man. And there was a happily ever after in the movie. That movie meant so much to me, means so much to me. I literally, from the first time I saw that movie, all the way up until I went to high school, every single day, I would play that movie and I would run through the choreography in that movie. It made me feel like I could do things. I've had times people around me, friends, family, told me I wasn't smart enough, that I couldn't do it, that I would never be, I will never be, can never be, I can never have. But whenever I did the choreography on point with the movie, and I knew the lines, and I knew the story, and I knew the story behind the characters, I knew that I was meant for more, and I knew that I could do more. I knew that I was meant for more. And that stuck with me. Every dance movie from that point forward, I made sure I watched. All the Step Ups, Stomp the Yard, Honey, all the dance movies, all the good ones too. We need to bring back good dance movies. And as I got into high school, like from the outside looking in, things got better because I wasn't living in a rundown trailer in the back neck of the woods, holes in the walls, rats and mice and spiders and stuff running around the house. Outside in, it looked like I was doing good. But things got worse, especially emotionally. I dealt with a lot of harsh verbal abuse from family and friends. And I got to a point where I just wanted to take my life. And if it wasn't for one of my friends talking me off of that metaphorical ledge, I don't know if I would be here today. So I danced harder and harder and harder because that was the only way. It was the only way that I could be okay. It was my therapist. It was my confidant. Dance was my best friend. Dance was my first love. And that's how I fought for myself, and it's how I fought for other people in my life. And that's what this show is about. It's not just about dance. It's not just about movement. It's about this dance through life. It's about flowing with the wind and with the waves, but also it's about going against the grain. It's about punching brick walls with a gelatin fist. It's about yelling in your nightmares, but nothing is coming out. It's about victories and overcoming and community. That is what the movement is about. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to take this journey and to have you all take this journey with me. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to shed light on a lot of different things. Whether it's from dance careers to just dancing around adversities, dancing through adversities, dancing at and towards adversities. So I ask you to go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Join this journey with me. Join the community. Let's lace up